The Matrix! So the film starts with a woman called Trinity, called so because she wears so much synthetic material you could easily mistake her for something that has 3 functioning holes, getting cornered by a group of superhuman agents. Fortunately, Trinity is able to escape by moving in a way I could only describe as sociopathic yoga before we cut to Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, a hacker on the lookout for a truth he doesn't understand, but then again, I think anyone who stays on the internet too long will find something that gives them confusing feelings. Neo gets a vague message on his computer one day telling him to follow the White Rabbit to know the truth. After doing so, Neo goes into my personal hellscape and finds Trinity, who turns out to be an infamous computer hacker, which seems odd to call someone infamous if their job is to get away with crimes undetected. I don't think most cat burglars would walk into a house and leave a formal letter of condolence on the coffee table. Trinity also brings Neo to Morpheus, who reveals that the world he is living in is a lie created by machines to feed off our energy in a farm called the Matrix. The Matrix was formed when, during the 21st century, the human race created perfect artificial intelligence and made them work for us. Yeah, because that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Create a new race of people who will do our every bidding and then give them the ability to learn and retaliate? Who was in charge of making these guys? Beaker from the Muppets? After an eventual murder by an AI, the human race tries to eradicate them in an effort to stop the event from happening again. This decision led to a full-scale war! So your plan worked well, didn't it? In the last-ditch attempt, the human race launched Operation Dark Sky, a plan in which we block out the sun to remove the robot's primary power source. And also the humans' primary power source. Seriously, for a plan that stupid, this isn't the death of the human race, this is merely natural selection playing its course. So machines won the war and trapped us for our energy in a simulated dream world. Some people were able to escape because of somebody simply called the One. Neo is also the One. In fact, there were 6 ones. Good work, computer programmers! You managed to create a machine of amazing intellect without even knowing what 1/2 of binary code means. The One is apparently a special kind of reset command for the Matrix, working as a kind of failsafe. At least, that's what I think it is. To say these movies can be slightly confusing at times is like saying mass genocide is slightly messy. But despite not having a foreseeable energy source for any of humanity, there's actually a huge underground city called Zion lying beneath the earth where all people unplugged from the Matrix stay for refuge. However, because of a rule Morpheus states, they only unplug young people from the Matrix as their minds would be able to cope with the shocking information better. So unfortunately, this means that it is an entirely believable concept that the film can have all the young adults have a sweaty rave party orgy without looking totally stupid. Well, in universe it's not stupid, in the real world the directors look fucking moronic. Another supposedly plausible concept is the fact that you can create simulated training dojos in the Matrix and actually download skills directly into your head. But like I said before, this is a world where everyone is a young adult, so people like the crew aboard the Osiris just use the dojo for their own perverted fantasies. I am far from calling myself an expert, but I think there are many more efficient ways to have sex. The hackers can also use the Matrix for more useful purposes like reprogramming machines through the use of bullshit symbolism. In fact, the Matrix likes to use a lot of symbolism and imagery. One image they like to use is everything inside the Matrix being tinted green because I guess the guy who created the Matrix is so devoid of colour, he would make everyone suffer by making it seem like someone had recently vomited on them. And of course, when you're creating something as big as an entire virtual Earth, there will be a handful of glitches. Some can be as small as a cat walking past, and others can be as big as an entire haunted house where any random thing can happen. Raining indoors, reversing time, alterations to gravity, you know, typical British weather. The people in charge of running the smoothness of the Matrix are the programs. The main antagonist is a program known as the Agents, with an emphasis on Smith. All agents are tasked with eliminating threats within the Matrix, but after Smith is deemed inefficient once defeated by Neo, he refuses to be deleted and goes rogue, taking over the Matrix from the machines and trying to enter the real world to take over Zion. I don't know why someone would want to rule over a place so full of desolation and rebellion, but I guess we have competitions to see who can run the United States, so I suppose it's not too unrealistic. So between the plot, the tone, and the characters, I can't honestly say I enjoyed The Matrix as much as I used to. While it was cool to see people in skimpy clothing doing some impressive positions, I can get that same thing by watching porn, and that basically covers my bases all the same.